Hi everyone, welcome back to Stag Voiceover. My name is Neil Glasgow. In today's video, I'm going to be going over Before You Buy of Bodalgo. So, let's get into it. If this is your first Before You Buy, what I do is I go over various voiceover focused websites. I give you the ups and downs of the platform, where I think they work well, where I think they might be able to improve. But ultimately, I don't give any negative reviews based on any experiences I've had or any experiences anyone I know's had. I try to give an impartial review so that ultimately you know where to spend your time and, most importantly, with some of these sites, where to spend your money. So with my first up on Bodalgo, I wanted to highlight their qualifying criteria. Now, Bodalgo is a platform that you have to essentially apply to join. Now, it is a pay-to-play website, and I'll come back to that a little bit later on, but they have a qualifying criteria that essentially is, are you good at what you do? Do you have a good sound? Do you have the right recording equipment? All of that usual stuff. Which, again, is quite a good thing, and the reason I'll give it an up is if you look at alternative pay-to-play sites, you pay your money, you take your chances. Bodalgo will still say, pay your money, you can join us, but only if they think you have a genuine opportunity to be successful. One of their selling points to their clients, to the people that you'll be auditioning for, is that the quality of the people that they can tap into is high. So, yeah, that's an up. So my next up for Bodalgo is their profile system. So when you create a profile, you say who you are, what you do. They give you various different options to put in demos in different styles. They have quite a large selection to say, I specialise in audiobooks or IVR or really anything you want to, and you can upload a demo that demonstrates that particular thing. They go into different settings, tabs, on the studio setup that you have, on preferences of contact, how much you want to be paid. The paid thing's quite an interesting thing, actually. So, I don't want to be contacted for jobs any less than, I think it's $100 and something is as low as they go. So you can say, do you know what? I'm not interested in any job that's less than $500. Fine. They won't contact you for that. And again, I quite like that, as you've seen in previous videos. I quite like the agency and autonomy that gives you to say, okay, yes, I'm paying into this platform, but I know my quality is of X and I don't want to be involved in any of those projects. They allow you to create templates to send along with your auditions when you send them in as well. And they give you a selection of languages, perhaps, that you can speak. And they do categorise it fairly well. Again, pet peeve of mine, they differentiate British and Irish and Scottish and blah, blah, blah. But, on the whole, it's very good and it's very robust. I'll give that one an up. My next up is part of their toolset. So as part of your membership when you join, they give you a whole bunch of tools that you can use. And those tools are everything from a badge that you can use. Now, the badge is something that you can add to your email signatures or put on your website perhaps. Bodalgo are trying to demonstrate, trying to show that they are a mark of quality in the voiceover industry. So if you're on their website, you are of a quality. That's what they're trying to portray with it. Does it work? To be honest, no idea. But that they're trying to do that, and they allow you to essentially say, yeah, I'm on Bodalgo and that is a mark of quality. Yeah, go ahead. Great. I think that's a good thing. They give you what's called Bodalgo Matte. Now, this is something it's in beta at the moment, but I had a quick play about with it. And essentially, it's giving you a price, and a fair price. So say someone says to you, I want to give you a radio commercial. It's 1,000 words, it's commercial rights, blah, 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 whatever the criteria might need to be. You can enter this on Bodalgo Matte, and it will give you a fair industry, you know how I feel about this, industry price. that's good. That's a calculator that if you don't know what you're doing and you're on the platform and someone says, yeah, I'd like to hire you, what are your rates? And you go, oh, crap, I wasn't thinking about getting hired at this point. I don't know what my rates are. You can head over there and give what is quite a fair price. They provide you with something called Bodalgo Call. So Bodalgo Call is akin to like a Source Connect. Like essentially the client wants to work with you, you can use the Bodalgo Call to do that directed session, and you can do the recordings that will go through that particular avenue of their platform, and again, that can go straight to the client. Not used it personally, but they're offering it. It's part of your membership. Yeah, really good. And the last bit on the tools, and I'm not giving these all individually as ups because I'm wrapping them up here, but they give you, and this is quite a big deal, they give you a CRM. Now, if you don't know what a CRM is, it stands for Customer Relationship Manager. This is where you, independently, can log all of the clients that you have. You can look at all the leads that you have, all the auditions that you've done, all the work that you're producing. It doesn't have to be stuff that's on Bodalgo. Now, the benefit of Bodalgo offering this is that the more information you put in, they've got information on other clients. What they do with it, I really don't know. But if you don't have a CRM yourself, and you don't necessarily need one, but it is a way for you to track your clients and track what you're doing and follow up on all the things you're doing, rather than trying to remember who did I speak to there, or what was that email. It's good. They're offering it. They're offering all of this as part of their tools package, which is, again, part of the package that you buy into. Yeah, big up. Really good up. My next up is the platform gives you a know-how page and a tips and tricks page. Now, these are article repositories, and if you take the time to read them, whenever you take the time to read them, they're actually really good content. They give you a decent amount of information. Some of it is opinion pieces, others are best practices, others are this is a trend that's coming in the market. But again, they're creating content that supports you as a voiceover artist. Does it translate immediately into you getting jobs or anything like that? No, but every learn is a learn, and again, wrapping that up into your package. Yeah, I think that's a really good thing. That's an up as well. My next up is the audition process. Now, Bodalgo gets a fair amount of auditions in. Now, I only tend to look at the British English stuff, so I see maybe 3 or 4 a day. Sometimes a little bit more than that, sometimes a little bit less. But they have a decent amount of content coming through. Now, something that I've noticed over Coronageddon is that the platform has got this big banner over the top that essentially says that they're getting so many auditions per job, and I'll come back to this, that they are, and this is in a big red can't miss it thing, do not audition unless you are 100% the right thing for this. So if they say they want a British RP, Queen's English, how now, brown cow, that was terrible, my wife will hate me for that, but that was really bad. If you can't do that voice perfectly, please don't audition. And actually, just don't audition. Because they will also monitor your auditions as well. And I think if you get to a certain point of, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, you're actually misrepresenting what they're trying to do on the platform. And yeah, I think they might have a different conversation with you about that. I say I think, I suspect, I do not know, but I think they would have a very different conversation with you. But again, the audition process, got to give it an up because they are giving you a decent amount of work that comes through. The pay rates, again, are pretty decent. I've seen everything from about $150, euros, actually 150 euros, all the way up to a couple of €1,000. And again, for what you pay in, to get that opportunity, you could make your membership back in 1 or 2 jobs easily. So yeah, that's an up. My next up is, again, something to do with price. But it's not price for you, the voiceover artist. This is price for the client. So one of Bodalgo's hooks is that it's absolutely free for the client. The reason this is an up is it attracts clients who have free. You want something for free? Of course you do. If they can come and get a quality piece of work for free, or rather free of charge, because there is a charging thing, but actually using the platform for free, that builds a client base for you and I, as the voiceover artists, to tap into. Again, they're competing in quite a big marketplace, so that's something that I think works well. And the clients that I've seen on Bodalgo, again, they're not just US-based or UK-based or France or Germany, they're all over the shop. And it works, and a decent wage comes through on nearly every job. So yeah, that's an up. And my last up is actually their casting portal, however you want to, where you look for your auditions. They call it their casting. The thing that I really like about that is not just you can filter for the amount of money that you want to earn. It's not just that you can filter for the languages that you want to speak in and the accents, etc., that you want to work in. It's that they promote and encourage some of the best detail that I've seen on any platform for you as the voiceover artist to give your best performance. And that's where a lot of auditions really fall down on a lot of websites. This is not unique to any particular website, but if you get a script through and you get a contradictory phrasing, say you get something that says, I want something that's aggressive and calming, read. That's a difficult audition to try and get right. And again, it's potluck. You have to try and infer what the context is. Sometimes they'll tell you what the client is. Sometimes they don't. With Bodalgo, the information that I've always received for the auditions I've done, anyway, I only talk about the stuff that I know, it gives you a decent amount of information that says, this is how we want it read, these are the inflections and tones, or here's maybe a reference video, guide read, whatever it might be. Here's the client, here's the focus. It gives me enough information that I am confident doing my audition. Whether I get it or not, I'm confident that what I did felt right to me. Whereas on some other platforms, yeah, I think I did a good job, but I could be way off. I think that's good. I think that they are encouraging the clients in the right way to give you, as a voiceover artist, the best opportunity. That's an up. Before I get into the downs, it's probably best that I just go over with you what the membership costs are. And I'm not giving this an up or a down either way, I'm just letting you know what you might be able to expect. So a monthly membership on Bodalgo is about €30, whatever that translates into your personal currency. They do a monthly, a 6-month and a year. A 6-month I think is about €150 and a year is 270. I'm pretty sure those numbers are right. And it automatically renews, cancel at any time. And I have heard that if you cancelled halfway through your subscription and you said, I don't want to do this, they might refund the difference. So if you're 3 months into a 6-month, they might refund the 3 months. I've heard that. I don't know if that's policy, but it's certainly, if they are doing it, that's a good thing. Go you. But yeah, from a membership, it's not extortionate and it's significantly lower than some of the other pay-to-play websites that are out there. Yeah. Do you know what? Sod it. That's an up as well. Up. Right. So, the downs of Bodalgo. And I suppose my first down on Bodalgo comes down to the casting section, the audition section. Now, you can see how many people have applied for a job. And that's quite a good thing, I suppose. But you can see that you might be one of 300 people that have applied for that job. Now, I don't know any casting agents out there or producers or anything that are going to sit and listen to 300. I may be wrong. I just don't know them. That's a lot. And the chances of you getting stuck in the weeds or lost in the weeds, lost in the forest, pick your analogy, I think there is opportunity there for Bodalgo to do a little bit more when it comes to filtering. That yes, you could see and you can apply, and they, as I say, big red banner, they do say please don't apply to jobs that you don't think you're good for. But everybody thinks they're good for jobs. Everybody wants to take that punt and try and be successful. So I think Bodalgo could maybe take the reins of that particular problem a little bit more and maybe say, right, we're going to send this out to steal from a different pay-to-play website. There may be a category system with a matching system, 100%, 90%. There may be an argument for something like that. I just think that if an audition is open for a few days and hundreds of people are applying for it, there's a good 60, 70% of those people who are probably never going to get heard. And I just think that's a minor disservice to the people who are funding the platform. Remember, free for client, for the people who are funding that platform to do the audition and not have the best chance of success because maybe they didn't apply within the first 10 minutes, hour, whatever it might be. Yeah, I've got to give that a down. And that's kind of it. Again, this is the third one in a row now that I'm struggling to find a lot of bads, a lot of downs on the platform. I've been on the platform for a while now. I've spoken with people all over the industry, and even other platforms rate Bodalgo. They do a lot, and again, for not a lot of money when you're thinking about your membership. The only down that I can really come up with is it's a competition thing, it's a weighting thing. And that, as I say, that they've got the big red banner, that is saying that's essentially an honesty system, a meritocracy. There's that word again. It's saying, okay, you as the voiceover artist, if you want to apply to this, by all means go ahead. But it does mean that they could probably do more to just filter that out or just say, Mr. Client, Mrs. Client, you're only going to get the first 60. And if you're not happy with that, we'll give you another 60. I'm not sure if that's what they do on the back end. Perhaps they do. But for us as the voiceover artists, you're going to be in competition with a significant amount of people. And I think there is something to be done either with more jobs available to dilute that or with a more refined way of applying for these auditions, so again that it's not 300 people per job. When that's the only critique, that more people will apply for the role, yeah, I think that's a voiceover website that's doing it right. Decent paying jobs, decent clients, decent support, above and beyond support really, and you know, the CRM system, tool system, the Bodalgo code, there's a lot there for your membership. Could I recommend it? Yeah. No-brainer. Absolutely no-brainer. If you can get through their qualifying criteria, and again, mic, booth, room, whatever it is that you're doing in, as long as you've got that quality of sound, they'll give you a fair shake. And the membership fees, as I've outlined, are not extortionate by any means. So, yeah, give it a go. Give it a look, at least. And if it's right for you, grand. I'll see you on there. We'll compete for the jobs. If you found this video helpful, do all the YouTube things. Like, subscribe, share. It really does help me out. And it does spread the message for people who are struggling to get into this business and to know where to spend their money properly and their time wisely. Again, if you want to head over to the new Reddit page that I've set up, Voiceover Advice, open door policy. If you've got something that you want to say that you think will help somebody else, please contribute, join, do all the usual Reddit stuff. And remember, you can absolutely be a voiceover artist. I'll see you in the next video.